I'm Blake Schofield, founder and CEO of The Bridge to Fulfillment, mom to 3, USA Today top 10 professional coach, and former corporate executive who got tired of sacrificing my life for a comfortable paycheck. My mission is to expand women's perspectives and empower them to achieve greater impact at home and work without sacrifice. This is The Bridge to Fulfillment. Often I have people wonder, how did I get to where I am today? From 18 years in corporate America, corporate retail, to running 2 businesses, working on average 4 days a week, leading retreats, being able to pick up and take my kids to school, truly being able to create the life that I want and help others understand how to do that. And today I'm going to share with you one of the big shifts in perspective that helped me understand how to do that. We're talking today about decision making. Often people don't understand that the limits that stand in front of them very rarely are things, but it's actually their perspective or approach. In order to truly create quantum leaps in your life, to be able to do things that you once maybe thought were impossible or felt like a pipe dream or you weren't even sure existed, you have to begin to understand the barriers in your way. And very often those barriers are internal in your perspective and your approach, in the fears, lies, and limited way of which you see life. So today I'm going to talk about one of the big shifts that has enabled me to have exponential growth in my career, my life. And it's making decisions from where I want to be, not from where I am today. I can tell you very clearly that if I hadn't had this perspective shift, I would not be here today. Because growth comes from stepping into something very often feels like fear or uncomfortability. Very often feels like I'm not sure what's on the other side. Very often maybe lacking the very proof that you're looking for, the concrete understanding of what's going to happen to believe that it's possible. So one of the things I had to start to do was to shift from this perspective of, I need proof of exactly how it's going to work out, what it's going to look like, to I have faith in myself. I have belief in myself and my ability to show up every day, to learn the lessons coming to me, to leverage the people and resources around me. And that even if I don't know exactly what it looks like, I have faith and belief that there could be something better for me that I can't even fully see today. And I think that's really important because I used to live my life through this lens of, I need to have control of everything. I need to plan it all. I need to know exactly what it's going to look like. And I thought that's what made me successful. But I now come to understand that it's actually what was holding me prisoner. I was successful despite that, not because of it. And one of the things I think that gets us really stuck is that we believe that we have a crystal ball about how life is going to look. And it's really hilarious to me now because I see how in my life I believed that I knew exactly what would happen if I did X, Y, or Z. And yet I can look back on my life today and say, there is no way 5+ years ago when I left corporate America, I would have ever thought what's happened in my life would be possible. It's so much better than I could have ever imagined. And I realize how ridiculous it was that I thought that I knew exactly what all of the options were and exactly how to get there. Because all I knew was what I could see from my limited perspective, experience, and upbringing. Often we think our limitations are a lack of opportunity, money, time, but they really aren't. They're a lack of imagination, belief, expansion, opportunity, leveraging our resources, believing in ourselves, stepping out into something that we know will grow us even if we don't know what it is. And it's through getting more comfortable with not yet knowing exactly what would come, but believing that the world could be better, my life could be better, and that I was willing to take that step forward into where I wanted to be instead of staying where I am today, that has enabled me to do so many amazing things. 2022 was the highest investment year of my life. I first started out investing in my coach, Dr. Jeff Spencer, I've mentioned many times, who's arguably the world's greatest performance coach. And I didn't feel ready. And I felt, to be honest, worried that he might fire me, that I wouldn't do a good enough job. And I stepped out into faith. I had no idea what would come from that other than I knew that I would learn things and be challenged in ways that would enable me to get closer to what I wanted. And the year that I spent with Dr. Jeff Spencer fundamentally has changed my life in such amazing ways. Fast forward about 4 months into that relationship, and I see another opportunity that I just in my gut felt like was right for me. And I felt like it would open up the path to what was next, but I didn't know what that was. Another significant investment. And I stepped into it from a place of where I wanted to be instead of a place of where I was today. In fact, those two investments together made me quite uncomfortable. There were months that I, said to myself, wow, this was a lot. I took on a lot this year, and was it all going to be worth it? And I can tell you 1,000% that the answer to that question was yes. Because I stepped out in the belief system that there could be more for me, there could be more for my family and my clients, and there could be more impact across the board through doing these things. There's this quote by Philip Yancey: "Faith means believing in advance what will only make sense in reverse." Faith means believing in advance what will only make sense in reverse. And so I would tell you, one of the reasons I was so stuck for so long, or just not really being able to create what I wanted in my life, is I believed I had to know exactly what it looked like up front before I took action. And it was that inside out or backward thinking that was keeping me stuck. Instead, by being able to look and say, I know where I am today isn't getting me where I want to go. And I know and believe that stepping into this next thing is stepping into where I want to be next, and having a belief system that I had the right resources, people, ability to learn and grow and take advantage of those opportunities really is what enabled me to open up and expand opportunities for my life, my career, my family I would have never thought was possible. And so if you were to ask me how I've gotten here in 5 years, how I've been able to really transform not just my life, my family, my career, and so many other people's lives, and be surrounded by just an amazing group of humans I thought that I would never have the ability to call friends, colleagues, partners, clients, I would tell you is that this shift in perspective was a significant part in that. And so today, if you aren't where you want to be, I challenge you, start making decisions from where you want to be, not where you are today. Don't look and say, because I don't have XYZ resource, whether that's time, money, energy, etc., that I can't do what it is that I want, because that's all limitation based on where you are today. But the reality is, when you step into the right opportunities, the right investments, the right resources, the right people, the right things will show up to get you where you need to go. And through that, you will find the transformation, the quantum leaps, the opportunities that you didn't even know existed. And you'll find a way forward that truly, in looking back, will blow you away about what was really possible for your life. The more you do this work, the more you realize how often our brain tricks us. I now know that when I feel fear about things, it's usually a place to step into. I now recognize that when I believe that I know exactly how things are going to go, that I probably don't. And I now understand that whatever opportunities I can see today are far smaller than the opportunities that are truly available to me. And through stepping into things with faith that I know in my heart and my gut are right for me, I allow that expansion, that opportunity, that growth, and that possibility to come my way. And what's available for me is available for you too. It's available for all of us. But it requires seeing the world a little differently, making decisions from a different place. and allowing yourself the opportunity to truly go after the things in your heart that you want and desire, because they wouldn't be there if they weren't for you. Thanks again for joining me on another episode of The Bridge to Fulfillment. Until next time, have a great week. Thanks for joining me today. Rather than hope the grass will be greener, identify what the right next step is. We can help you do just that. Get clarity on where you are in your journey to career fulfillment, where you're headed, optimal paths to get there, and the right next step to take. Start your complimentary personalized career fulfillment plan at www.thebridgetofulfillment.com/plan. Again, you can get your personalized career fulfillment plan at thebridgetofulfillment.com/plan. Thanks again for joining, and have a great week ahead.